Another inbound transaction to which you might have to assign serial numbers and lot numbers is the output that you post for production orders and assembly orders. And let's make an example with an assembly order. Now, first of all, I have configured item 1925W, so the conference bundle, which is an assembly item. So I've configured this item with an item tracking code. So let me show you. And I've used the specific serial number tracking code as serial number all. And in this case, I also assigned a number series. And because this is an item that we assemble ourselves, so which means that we can assign our own serial numbers. And that's something that you can do very efficiently with a number series, as I will show you in the example. Now, before we can make an assembly order, we have to go to the assembly setup. And you have to configure number series for the assembly orders and the posted assembly orders. And in this case, for this example, I also configured location main as the default location for assembly orders. All right, so when this is done, I'm ready to create a new assembly order. So I will search for assembly orders and I will create a new one. So on the item, like we just saw, that we want to assemble is item 1925W, so the conference bundle, and I would like to assemble 10 units. Now, by entering the quantity, you can see that the system inserts the bill of material, so with the components that we need. So we need a table, we need chairs, and also installation services. But for this example, I will remove the resource. So I don't want to use the resource in this example because I would like to focus on the items. There we go. So this means now that it's quite a simple bill of material, but that's fine. So we need tables and chairs. So I have all these tables and chairs on stock, which means that we can go ahead with the assembly. And the assembly in Business Central is basically posting the assembly order. So posting the assembly order will post the consumption and the output at the same time. So let's do this for the 10 units. So assume that these are assembled. I can then go to post and I can try to post the assembly order. However, this doesn't work because we need to assign serial numbers for the item that we have assembled. So we have assembled 10 units, and remember, the item has a specific serial number item tracking code, which means that we need to assign 10 serial numbers. So this is something that you can do from the header. So if you click on navigate, I can go to the item tracking lines. So here you can see indeed that we must assign 10 serial numbers. But remember, I've assigned a number series on the item card, and now I can use that number series to assign the serial numbers. So if I click here on process, I can run the function assign serial numbers. So there are 10 units to create, so the quantity to create is 10. I will click on OK. And the program automatically uses the first 10 available numbers based on the number series. You see, so this is a very fast and efficient way to assign serial numbers in case that you produce or assemble your own items. So next I can click on close. And now if we try to post again, you will see that now it works. So now everything is posted, the components have been consumed, and we have output of 10 units of the conference table. So let's quickly check the results. So I will go to items, and here item 1925, and you can see indeed that we now have 10 units on stock. So based on the assembly output, so here you can see that the entry type is assembly output. And again, because of the specific serial number tracking, you can see that now we have 10 item ledger entries, each with quantity 1.